We're back for a DLC case. This is part 14, Reefer Madness.
With the title like that, it has a lot to live up to.
And I think it just might.
All right.
You know a Freddie Calhoun?
Sure, I know
Freddie needs money to get out of town. Says he's prepared to blow the whistle on a primo reefer distribution ring. Says he
Has
can...
he said how much it's gonna cost?
$50.
And the department will front me the 50?
You can put in an expense claim. He's over at Mike Lyman's on Hollywood Boulevard. See what you can find out.
That captain's fun.
Yeah, we don't usually start in the lieutenant's office. That's interesting. It's like a special assignment just for us.
Mm-hmm. It's amusing how much he dislikes Roy.
$50? Do they think I'm made of money?
No, you just look like you're made of money.
Oh, very good. The kid's on form. I'd say on a scale of dull to scintillating, you're a solid tedious today, which you can be pleased with.
Do you ever listen to yourself?
I don't have the same voices in my head as you do, Cole.
Love it.
They're getting on together way better than anyone else he's been partnered with.
Yep.
Ooh.
I've been instructed that there's a lot of gunplay in this case, so I want to make sure that I'm prepared with a suit that gives me a boost to that.
I like that. That looks cool.
Yeah, I
oh,
like
the holster's
little...
visible.
Yeah, the holster. It's cool.
Basically, it's just a suit except without the jacket.
Yep.
No battle of wits between
I like the vest. Not enough people wear vests today.
Aren't most of his suits three-piece?
Yeah, I
Get
think
this.
so.
Middle of the afternoon, this crazy woman decides to set fire to the hotel she lives in. The fire brigade come and put it out. A couple hours later, she does it again. Phones up Central and says, "I've set fire to my hotel twice today. You'd better come and get me."
Is that supposed to be a reefer
Did they
reference?
send some uniforms round to get her?
No, that's the best part. The desk sergeant, he gets his share of crank calls, says, "All right, Lady Nero, why don't you come on down here?" An hour later, she shows. Hair still smoking, clothes smoldering, smelling like a brush fire.
What a strange story to tell.
Yeah. That's the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
I like this case already. Man, it's got some good dialogue. Hey.
There's a little sneak. That's him in the back, Cole.
Cool soda fountain.
That's one heck of a Sunday.
my acting.
Freddie, you're looking good.
You're gonna help me, right?
That's what I'm here for.
You got the money?
The 20? Sure, right here.
20! I said...
You want the money or the alternative?
Tell us about the reefer, Freddie.
Another good Samaritan. Answer the question.
Brass comes from Tijuana. They bring in 50 pounds a week.
50 pounds? Are you hallucinating, Freddie?
Gets stashed at a house at 1452 North Las Palmas.
Names, Freddie.
The guy at the house is a spick that goes by the name Juan Garcia Cruz. Be careful. He likes guns. After I get my money.
Do me a favor, Freddie. Spend the money on a bus ticket. You can't last forever on a snitch jacket.
That is what he said he was going to
Let's go
spend the money
visit
on.
this Cruz character. 50 pounds of dope.
You want to get out of the doorway, lady?
Root beers all around, doll.
So apparently this bar is inhabited by a bunch of Agent Coopers. You can't shut up about how good the root beer and pie are.
Maybe the barkeep hired him to promote his wares.
You believe his story?
Sure. A hophead
Oh!
like Freddie.
That was
You're
good.
paying for every last scratch.
Set the car on
Good one.
fire!
Yeah, I did.
Sure. A hophead like Freddie would raffle his sister for his next score.
Because, of course, marijuana is tremendously addictive. Now we know what the codes mean, thanks to the thread.
Yeah, exactly. Code 2 means drive safely, right?
Sure.
I think code 4 was use your sirens. Code 2 was drive safely.
No, code 4 is all clear. Code 3
Oh.
is sirens. Code 2 is sirens, but be safe. Code 3 is all out.
I don't know how he identified us as police immediately.
Well, the holster might have been a tip-off.
Oh, good point. I'm seriously outgunned here with nowhere to go. Man, that did not take very many bullets.
You should have waited till your screen went color again.
No, never wait.
Uh-huh.
Hat's just gone. The sticky targeting screwed me that time. I thought I was gonna shoot the guy on the left, but threw me off.
I guess it locks to whichever is closer to the center of the camera.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna try and get crafty and actually like go around this and that. But see, they could just shoot me while I'm moving. I feel like really unsafe. I guess I'm out of the line of shot of one of them.
Oh my, there's actually a visible bloodstain on your suit.
Yeah.
They apparently... So they want to specify, you just got shot in the shoulder. Like...
Dude, this is a tough gunplay. But I'm gonna stick with it, because I gave up last time like a coward, and I regretted it.
Okay. Man, so it doesn't quite work to actually have, you know, detailed damage. Well, like, to show you got shot right here in your shoulder, and then also to combine that with, but you just sit still for a few moments and recover.
Yeah. Not thrilled with that exchange.
No,
Oh well.
seems like this...
I'll ask you politely to move on. Next time I won't be so nice.
Seems like the sort of situation where you should have just waited for backup.
Yeah.
You guys don't half leave a mess. What happened?
Dope peddler, Juan Cruz. He opened fire and, well, the rest of the story tells itself.
He opened fire and killed me 4 times.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I have some respawns.
Juan Garcia Cruz. This is his address.
So here's
This
an
place looks
interesting
like a
question.
front.
Do you think Phelps and Earl believe the propaganda about the qualities of marijuana, or have they seen enough to know that it's not actually more addictive and deadly than heroin?
I'm sure that Roy does not believe that it's more deadly and addicting than heroin. I mean, I don't think Roy really cares one way or another. It's just a job to him, you know?
Well, yeah.
It's more about controlling the substance.
No, I know. I just, in terms of how they're treating the people involved in this case.
Versus the morphine case.
Yeah.
But it also might be racial, right? Like, this is clearly a Mexican case. The other one was African. So they'll behave
Can't look at
differently
that piece
based
of
on the
paper
stereotypes.
under the bottle. You can only look at one thing at a time.
Is this a drug or a village in Borneo? Doesn't appear to be in Spanish.
Apparently I missed a pocket. Because it's still playing that chime sound.
Wonder how he died. Get the coroner in here quick.
I think the coroner is in
Yeah,
there.
I want a full autopsy.
Well, there we go.
Silver dollar. Thought they took these things out of circulation.
That's Spanish for more.
It looked like there was a partial imprint on it or something.
Yeah, it said Mas.
It looked like that was another word that got cut off or something.
Yeah, I agree.
Doesn't anyone eat regular meals anymore? Junkies feeding on popcorn and grasshoppers living on soup.
Huh. Grasshoppers. I hadn't heard that term before.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's
I like
clever.
that.
That's what I think I've seen it all.
World's least ornamental gun rack.
I mean, I kind of want to just bust open these cans of soup. Seems like they're obviously filled with marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
The boxes of soup, I mean.
Not sure this
I had to admit, I'm continually distracted by how much Cole is dressed like Jack from Reefer Madness.
Not much help.
Did you rewatch the film recently just to tee up for this?
Actually, no. We rewatched it recently for totally unrelated reasons. Alexa just wanted to watch it.
I don't really know what's going on here. I can tap parts of it.
Well, that's the marijuana leaf. That's an eye. That's,
Two girls.
naiads,
I don't know.
maybe? I don't know. Interesting. Oh, there's a whole other structure out here. Okay.
I see a gold doorknob.
Time to further investigate.
It's beans.
Not everything here
I
is
genuinely couldn't tell with that texture.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not sugar, it's
Haha!
nuts.
Now that was a good texture when viewed from that one particular angle, but you could tell it wasn't going to work from any other one. Okay!
Ha! Phelps, you jump like a girl.
Two things. One, I also jumped a little bit in my seat when that happened. Two, I like how long they left the camera on Roy standing there awkwardly.
I know, right?
Now we're getting somewhere.
That was cool. I like that there was a whole row of jars, most of which had nothing to do with anything. That was well done.
Well, there's more. Oh well, we tried.
Yep. That was just a very good little sequence in general.
More soup? Who in the hell keeps a secret stash of soup?
You hungry or something, Phelps?
Hungry for weed.
Didn't see that coming.
I'd say that's pretty good value for 12 cents.
Factory sealed. Someone at the cannery has a lot of explaining to do.
I bet the explanation is we sell drugs, not soup. That's my guess. Are you gonna open every single one?
Why not?
Oh my god. It probably will let you, won't it?
I think it stops there. It did give me an achievement for it, though.
That's awesome.
With Juan dead, we need a new suspect, Cole. Is there a
Yeah,
pattern
we
to
should
the
investigate this Tawana person.
This guy EJ seems to be bringing in most of the serious weight. Dates and times seem pretty regular. We should notify the border crossing.
Those fuckers are probably in on it. Let's wait and see how this plays out.
All right.
So we're off to the cannery.
Yep.
I'm glad that we did that further investigating, but honestly, just walking into this living room and seeing 1,000 boxes of soup, I think I probably could have put two and two together.
Yep. And the hell of it is, if this were a world in which warrants mattered, they totally could have just let you in, you know, let you look around, and then when you went off to get a warrant, just move everything. Like, they only had to...
Yeah.
They had to open fire in their circumstances because...
I backed up so you could get in, yeah.
the lamppost may be blocking.
Carruthers says the morphine is still turning up.
Makes sense. We have no idea how much of the stuff Lenny shifted. There's been no comeback from Cohen as yet.
There goes a week's wages.
Maybe Confidential magazine is right, and Bugsy is on the slide.
You read that stuff? I wouldn't say it to his face if I was you. That is one hot-tempered...
That was awesome.
Look
Yeah, that
out!
was pretty cool. I like that we're getting into the gang elements here. I think the storyline could be cool. We had a serial killer in the last one. Now it's feeling like we're getting into like mafia, gang, drug war stuff. The whole Mickey
Did you
Keller
actually
thread.
permanently derail that conversation that time?
No, that was the last.
Holy shit!
I love that everybody's running away in terror.
Well, yeah, you plowed into a crowd of civilians.
You can't prove it.
What, you think I need a warrant?
Right. Let's see if we can find out who's been over-seasoning the soup.
Roy is much better at one-liners than any of the other guys.
LAPD. Who
Yeah.
owns this factory, ma'am?
Mr. Parnell. Howard Parnell. I'll let him know you're here. Please, take a seat.
If you don't mind, we'll come with you.
If you must.
You just wanted to follow her, didn't you? You sly dog. I must apologize for my partner's roving eye. He hates saying goodbye, but he loves watching them leave.
Give it a rest, Roy.
If you could show these men in to see Mr. Parnell, Doris. They're from the LAPD.
Follow me, gentlemen.
What?
Follow you where? Okay, I will follow you.
Also,
Allow me to stand behind you.
what is up with her voice actress?
It's a very dramatic exchange.
What is going on?
LAPD, sit tight, fatso. You could be in very
This is a
serious
gorgeous
trouble.
office.
Yeah, it's cool.
There's no reason to be rude. Take a seat, gentlemen. I'm sure we can sort this all out.
Maybe you can explain why we found $5 bags of marijuana in sealed Parnell soup cans.
That's an outrageous allegation.
How do you explain it, Chubby? We found at least 30 cans, all sealed up tight with your label on it.
Can I get a list of your employees?
Of course. We have nothing to hide. Doris, can you bring me in the current employee listing?
This music is really ominous.
Here it is, Mr. Parnell.
On the desk, please.
Bad character, bad voice actress.
That was
Something about the
fascinating.
polygons there. It's just-
Yeah.
it's not appealing.
Any name on that list that rings a
From
bell?
EJ, presumably.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but I'm not seeing anything.
Was Ruiz the name of the other guy?
No, it was Garcia Cruz.
Oh, sorry.
But it was Juan, not George.
Jorge. Matt.
Right, Jorge. Excuse me.
This is familiar. 1452 North Las Palmas. A Jorge Garcia Cruz. The factory sealed cans we found suggest a very professional operation, Mr. Parnell. We're looking for an inside man.
I know nothing about this. I want this stopped as much as you do.
Tell me what I want to know, Parnell, or I will have half the LAPD down here tearing this place apart. You're hiding something.
Am I right in thinking you would not want to pursue misdemeanors outside your drug case?
Depending on what you call a misdemeanor, we might be prepared to turn a blind eye.
The truth is, I employ a lot of illegals. No one wants to do menial work anymore. Most of my factory staff are wetbacks. The local blacks and Chicanos all want jobs in aircraft factories.
Presumably because the pay is a lot better. How are your sales, Mr. Parnell?
Just fine and dandy, son. We're entering a new era of prosperity. I hope you're both big soup eaters.
Doubt, I assume.
Mr. Parnell, do you know what kind of trouble you're in? Come clean with us.
Okay, so things are a little flat. We're deciding whether to lower production. It's taken a while to adjust to not having any military contracts. You know, we sold Uncle Sam 5 million cans of minestrone.
Ever heard of Juan Garcia Cruz?
Not that I know of.
He has a brother employed here. You know him?
We employ large numbers of Mexicans. I'm not familiar with them all.
That's funny, Parnell. He has the same address as his brother Juan, who we shot dead less than an hour ago. You better give me something.
Look, I'm not involved in this. I'm getting enough grief from Washington. There's an investigation going on into profiteering. Like a guy shouldn't be able to turn a buck while the war is on.
I'm sure thousands of dead Marines sleep soundly knowing that you did okay.
What?
Tell us about Jorge Garcia Cruz.
Jorge? I had no idea of his last name. His team does daily maintenance on the conveyor belts and cookers.
Truth, I guess, unless doubt just to... Okay.
So he's here now?
No, maintenance is at night. Night shift finishes around midnight. He would usually come in around 9 p.m. and have everything ready for the morning shift at 6.
We'd like to take a look around the factory floor, Mr. Parnell.
I hope we won't have to shut down the line.
No, nothing like that.
Thank you. I'm grateful for that. I'll show you around myself.
I'm impressed with how grounded in...
I hate seeing how things are made. This is gonna be like that time I went to the slaughterhouse and couldn't eat steak for a week.
I like how grounded this case is in, like, the historical and social forces that were at play.
In terms of the immigration?
Yeah, immigration, war, you know, transitioning out of wartime industry, the nod to
cool.
the ill feeling against war profiteers.
Yep.
Though that wasn't nearly as bad after the Second World War after the First.
This is where the produce comes in. We peel and sort all of the vegetables and add them to the line in regular quantities.
Fascinating.
Why don't you keep quiet? You might learn something.
Oh, good God. This really is turning into
You ever
some
been on a
nightmare
factory tour like
field
this?
trip flashback.
I went to the Jelly Belly factory once.
Oh yeah, I did that. I did the Anchor Steam Brewery as well.
Ah, cool.
Pretty interesting. Seeing how all this stuff is made.
It's a pretty cool set piece. It's still, you know...
This is the hopper, which boils and purees the vegetables. The other
The
hopper is
textures
for
are
the
still
pasta.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
way,
the textures...
please.
You're loving this, aren't you, Phelps?
The textures are a little weak, but...
The soup is ladled automatically into cans. Next stage
But
is
normally...
labeling.
I'd like to see the packing and dispatch area, if you don't mind.
Sure. It's over here. Follow
You're saying?
me.
This is way more effort than usually goes into a video game factory.
Sure.
Like, it's actually a factory. You can see the process, even if cans... Okay, that was funny.
These men are from the LAPD. Sergio here records our outgoing deliveries. They all go in the book. Just there on the desk.
Better check the book.
We're looking for repeat business in large amounts,
So,
Cole.
20th century market then.
Yeah, looks that way.
What's going on, Parnell? There's enough soup going to this place every day to feed a company of Marines.
What are you talking about?
Can I have a look at that coin?
Sure, why not?
See,
Silver dollar, right?
Yeah, that's right.
The markings on it say it's been taken out of circulation.
Maybe. I'm not trying to buy anything with it. I like it. Brings me luck.
Alright.
it doesn't have the moss or whatever it is on it.
It's hard to tell. I think it does have some kind of stamp.
Yeah.
But it was in a different location. Maybe that was just the out of commission thing.
Could be.
Do you have access to the canning area?
I do. But I keep to my station. Loading and unloading.
Bad
Don't care
career
much for
choice.
soup.
I don't think he had much of one.
Sergio, if you don't give me something, I'm gonna go to Immigration Services and have you deported.
I get a shipment once every 2 weeks. Ernesto does the driving. Don't know his full name. It's delivered here at night, or he gets it canned up. From here it gets sent all over the country.
These guys are pretty willing to snitch.
They're not...
What do you know about the 20th century market?
Nada. I get the orders from upstairs. I send the goods where I'm told.
And you don't know Juan Garcia Cruz?
No, not me.
He's not in much of a position to resist anything.
But don't you think that he's getting pressure from above, like he could be killed if he snitches? You know.
Could be. I don't know.
I'm surprised that he's so loose-lipped.
You're a liar, Sergio. You're in it, and I'm gonna break you for it.
You're loco, Placa. I got
Yeah, you
nothing to
both
do with
possess
Juan
money.
Garcia.
How do you answer that?
We found a matching silver dollar on Juan Garcia. What are the odds of that, Sergio?
Juan and Jorge are brothers. They're cousins. They work for some evil gabacho. The guy is an aberration. He gives out the silver dollars. Jorge gets me a list of deliveries every morning. 20th century is always on.
You keep your mouth shut for today, and I don't take you in. Do we have a deal?
Do I have a choice?
Is that a serious question?
That's it for now, Sergio. If we need to speak to you again, we'll put in a call to Mr. Parnell.
If you have to, I guess.
We will be in touch, Mr. Parnell. It is imperative that things appear as normal here. Keep an eye on Sergio in case he gets tempted to blow the whistle.
Thanks.
He's obviously going to blow the whistle, right?
You're going to overlook my little immigration problem, aren't you?
Cheer up, fatso. We're gonna let you go on squeezing these poor saps a little while longer. Well, until some common union types infiltrate this place.
Nice.
Yeah, I can appreciate that Sergio didn't have a lot of options.
I am glad to be out of that place. I never knew fresh vegetables could smell
If
so
I'm Sergio,
bad.
I'm sweating bullets right now.
Yup, pretty much.
Also, I'm surprised that we let him stay there, because I feel like tonight everyone's going to know that we're onto him, right? There's no way he's going to keep quiet on that.
Could be. I don't know.
It's a cool car.
Yeah.
Door opens backwards.
We go now to national news here on KTI.
Can't believe I've barely found half the cars in this game. I feel like I found so many.
Pounds of highly dangerous metallic sodium.
How many years have you been in Vice,
Such a
Roy?
good driver.
The government surplus chemical ignites and explodes.
More years than I want to own up to, Phelps.
Devoid of fish and forms an admirable disposal spot. A 3,500-pound
Do you have any idea who Rojas was talking about?
and crashes through a foot of ice. As
The gringo runs the operation?
smoke rises through a series
Could be anybody. You don't expect those morons to be running the show, do you? You ask Rojas how much a silver dollar was worth, he'd probably say 50 cents.
It's a zippy little car.
Yeah. Quite
I'm kind
nice
of
looking.
terrified.
Very good. That guy probably wanted to treat right.
I was doing him a favor when you think about it.
Yeah, that last comment could be interpreted as having been racist. And in light of his previous opinions, oh my gosh, it's a whippy little car too.
Yeah.
Straight ahead.
But it wasn't overtly on the surface.
Sit tight. Let's take a look at what's going on.
Either these customers are serious soup lovers, or I think we found our middleman.
Car 11 King to KGPL.
Car 11 King, go ahead.
I'm requesting assistance in a B-Wagon at 20th Century Market,
B-Wagon?
1558 North Highland. Numerous narcotic suspects. Code 2 only, no sirens.
11K, roger.
Okay. Cavalry should be here any minute.
No, why does Cole...
LAPD, nobody move!
I'll take my chances.
Not smart.
Nope. Why does Cole keep the same call number every single time he switches desks and, for that matter, cars?
Yeah, good point. I'm surprised that worked.
Yeah. What? What? The game got confused.
All right.
Yeah, it really did. I guess we were supposed to chase him and then have a fight. And I won the chasing part, so now it's turning.
Yeah, they
into
didn't
fight.
give him nearly as much of a head start.
Look at those puffs of blood.
Rock'em sock'em reefer fiends.
I'm surprised that worked too.
What worked?
I threw him up against a pole, and it actually behaved in the correct fashion.
Huh.
Whatever you're carrying, hand it over. I'd say he's got about half a can left. I guess that makes me a pessimist.
Yeah, that's good.
You can't take me in.
Take you in? Be glad he didn't shoot you. I wouldn't have chased you. If it was up to me, you'd be talking out of a hole in the back of your head.
I want information.
Senor, I would like to help you, but I got a family in Mexico I have to provide for. And my compadres are
There you
very
go, Matt.
unreasonable.
Your compadres? Turn out your pockets.
It's more the reaction I was expecting
Yep.
from the other guy.
I need Ray to run down these silver dollars.
I need to make a deal. I need guarantees.
You have identification?
Does not look like a California driver's license.
Nope.
Sanchez Erto, Mexican, Tijuana address.
I don't remember. Is that what American money looks like right now?
Here's the deal, Erto. You give me information, and I won't give you to immigration.
No, no, Cole. You're... No, don't try.
Give me EJ, the driver bringing in the shipments, or I'll make you for it.
I run the shop. That's all I do.
Tell me the goddamn truth. You are in this with the others.
I told you I know them. I told you my family's at risk. What makes me part
You
of
have
their
money
gang?
too. They all carry money.
You've got, like, several pieces of money. Not just one.
You have a silver dollar, Erto, just like Juan. I'm sure Ernesto and the rest have them as well.
Where I come from, this is damning
Silver dollars
evidence.
are his mark.
Whose? Give me a name.
None of us are allowed to see him. His creatures carry his orders to us. If I gave you his name, I would be buried alongside my wife and children.
If you don't give us something, you will rot in jail while your family starves on the street.
Ernesto Juarez, tonight at 1 a.m. He's bringing the truck into the
EJ.
soup factory. Please help me, sir. Ernesto can be very cruel.
Tell me about the soup cans.
The soup is very popular, as you can see.
I think you're the connection on the Mexican side. I think you're more than you like to make out.
So now I'm the big man in
Yeah,
this?
that was probably not what you meant to accuse him of when you hit lie.
Yeah.
You're off the hook. For now.
It's real funny, wise guy. You want to try saying that again with no teeth?
I get a delivery at 7:30 every other day from the factory. Jorge organizes everything.
I love the portrait of this guy in your notebook.
We know about Jorge and
Yeah.
Juan. Juan is dead. Tell us how you know the Cruz boys.
Ernesto put together this thing. He brought in Juan, Juan brought in Jorge.
Continue.
I was already here. Ernesto knows I'm illegal, so he threatened to report me if I didn't help. And the money is good. The gringos and the gringas, they love the reefer. And I didn't want to have to leave and start again in San Francisco.
You're breaking my heart.
You're under arrest, Erto. I'll speak to the DA and see if he will agree to not seize your assets or deport you. That's the best I can do.
I mean, bringing him into custody is probably the best thing you can do for that guy until you bring down the guys on top who are threatening him.
Yep. I'm surprised the other fellow didn't want that.
Yep. Well, maybe he doesn't have any connections that he's worried about.
A fair point. Maybe he's just planning on running.
Freddie said they were moving 50 pounds a week. That's a lot of soup cans.
I think this is an interstate operation. Moving dope around the country to selected grasshoppers. Local weed gets distributed in the usual way, through Pachuco street punks.
Someone must know something about this drug baron character.
Here they come.
We haven't really done a stakeout like this before, have we?
Nope.
Let them unload the goods.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Now, let's get them.
Where the hell were they?
That's cool. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
'Cause that's probably how it would really go down, you know?
Yep.
I like
no,
that.
I approve. That was good.
And then we, like, file in with the rest of them. This is clever.
All right, move. Move! Let's go!
Tommy gun.
Don't mind if I do. I believe it's actually called the Chicago Piano.
Everyone
I don't know why.
position.
See, I thought I was being very clever here, going up here, the route that we took for the tour to get the higher ground.
LAPD, put your hands where we can see them. Reinforcements on the way. Cease and desist.
I'm glad that the game let me do that, too.
Yeah.
I could imagine being downstairs right now. This would be a nightmare. I'm also trying not to shoot civilians. It seems like some of these guys are just employees. Like that guy down there is not trying to shoot us.
How long do you think you can hold out? Throw down your gun if you like. I'm still gonna ice you.
That may have been a civilian.
Well, it's tricky target snapped to him, so I feel like it.
Catch a bullet, son of a bitch.
This pole is very annoying.
All clear? I think that's the last of them, Cole.
Oh, good, they stopped the line.
Oh, you left at least one civilian alive.
I'll take it.
But what about...
Detectives, found something here you probably want to see.
About 12 bodies.
Yeah, like,
Seriously,
what
there
about
was a
solving
bloodbath.
the case and, like, finding the guy who's in charge?
Cause of death?
So this presumably is the white guy who was running the thing? Or not?
If you want an address, we should see what the federales have on him.
Sea of grass.
Very, very good.
More damning evidence.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's got money too.
Worse than that, he has arms. He's armed.
$1 per dead man. Doesn't seem like much for a human life.
So, wasn't the ringleader supposed to be here at this point or something?
Well, we knew Ernesto was supposed to be here at this point. Did we think that the ringleader was going to be here?
I thought so. I don't know. I'm confused now.
I thought it was just Ernesto was
Okay.
going to be here.
Oh, so that was Ernesto, right? Sorry.
Yeah.
I lost track.
Yeah, I don't think he's the ringleader. I think he's like a lieutenant.
At the very minimum, another 50 pounds.
Of cabbage.
Yeah, the textures are
Detectives,
interesting.
I think we got the guy. His name Cruz mean something to you?
Yep. Now we got Jorge as well. It's cool that they're using the cops to draw us to the correct bodies.
Yep.
Otherwise, there'd be like 12 bodies we'd need to search here.
And that's just boring. I mean, once you've killed 12 guys, you don't want to have to search every single one of them to find out who they were and whether you should have killed them or something.
Yep. I will say though, mechanically, this is a really well assembled case.
Yes!
From a gameplay perspective. Everything is just coming together really well.
Though this is easily the best DLC we've seen.
And the pacing is working really well. The clues seem to be coming together.
They're not drowning us in
another
chases
silver
and
dollar.
mini games and stuff.
But the ones that they do provide are engaging.
Yeah. No, this is good. I like this a lot.
He's got money too. Oh wait, he has serious money.
Which he was carrying around
$1,000
in his hand during a gunfight.
Phelps, Earl, looks like quite a bloodbath. What was this all about? Drugs and money. What
Yeah.
else? Speaking of money, where did that roll go?
I picked it up for safekeeping. The department owes me
Nice.
50.
Ray, I have another 2 coins for you.
Great. I've got something to show you. It's all set up on the table over here. There. Take a look at these coins you've been collecting.
There are letters cut into each coin, along with not legal tender.
Those are Morgan silver dollars from the 20s. They were removed from circulation and sent for disposal. A number of smelters around the country had the contract. Look at them together. Can you work out what it says?
I give up.
Well, metals is clearly at the end there.
The first coin, MAS. The second, ANG. The third, KAY. The fourth, MET. The fifth, ALS. Masanke Metals.
A metal foundry. Would you like the address?
Would I ever?
1034 Vine Street, Hollywood.
Oh, he already cracked it. He just wanted to.
It's already been a long night, Phelps. See if you can talk them into giving themselves up.
What's that character again? He's always at the crime scene. He's like the photographer, isn't he?
No, that guy's your captain. He's a vice captain.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because there's the lieutenant and then there's the captain.
Well, I don't know.
The guy
I don't
who-
know if captain is his rank, but he's the guy in charge of Vice that gave you
Was
the
he the
case.
guy at the very start?
Yeah.
Who gave us the case?
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't seem like him. It felt like a different guy to me.
Okay, I
Alright,
don't know.
Well, fair enough.
I don't know. The voice acting sounds similar, I guess. That's all I know for certain.
You know what would be sweet is if I could rampage through here in a truck. It won't let me get in though.
You'd have a hard time building up enough momentum anywhere in here to really get going.
It's not really that kind of game, huh?
So we do have the metal work in place, but we also have that movie he went to see. Sea of Grass. I think that should be our top priority.
Yes, because every time you find a movie ticket stub, you should immediately go to the movie theater.
Well, that was the general theory at work. Why did you go
I hope
this
that
way?
big wad of cash doesn't weigh you down.
Get your
thought
priorities
it
straight,
connected.
Phelps. We're close to bringing in one of the biggest dope cases of the year, and you're worrying about unsubstantial evidence?
He's totally stealing that $1,000. I love it.
Yep. Do you know how many suits
wonder he's got a
Rusty
nice
could have
car
bought
like
for
this.
that kind of money? Well, that was conveniently close.
I guess about 35. Yeah. This place doesn't look open.
Locked. We need
It's
another
called
way in.
Your Car and Acceleration.
No, I've learned through years
Oh,
of terrible driving in LA
right.
Noire that the red circle means you cannot drive through it.
Yeah, okay.
The yellow diamond means drive away.
Yep, that'll work.
Oh, he's actually climbing over the fence too instead of just waiting for you to come around and open it. Whoa, he just drew his gun.
Cover the back door, Roy.
Would you get in cover on that door, you idiot?
Bullshit. You're cheating, and I'm gonna catch you at it before the night is out.
Hey, who the fuck
Throw
is
out
that?
the guns.
I'm such a good cop. I was waiting for him to draw a weapon before I fired. Should have just shot them all. That's cool kickback on his gun.
Yes. Also, you could see him missing.
I know. I was like, damn, you're really shooting up the place there.
Weapons on the ground. It's got your name on it.
Definitely a gunplay heavy.
Yes, it is. So what specifically does the Henshaw or whatever do for you?
Supposedly it lets me take more bullets before I die, but earlier in the case with those machine guns in the window, I felt like I took very few bullets before I died.
Stay in cover.
I don't know, they were pumping them out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I guess so.
Come on!
I just killed him. I killed him by shooting his hand.
I was gonna say, that should have been a disarm.
Not death.
Yeah. This is a bloodthirsty game.
You okay?
I'll tell you when I see what's waiting for us at the top.
Put your weapons down and your hands in the
Whoever
air.
is there. Okay, let's go find out who we killed. Oh, there's more.
Find some cover.
The red dots don't lie.
Except that they only appear one at a time.
I think you have to get a bead on somebody, or your partner does, before the red dot appears. Oh. Should have thought to change out my weapons.
Okay, you're good. So can you, like, unlock weapons for your trunk by picking them up in a firefight?
No, one of them was a free DLC, I guess, to encourage you to check out the online store at least once. And then you would get the
How long do you think you can
machine
hold
gun,
out?
And then the shotgun was a different piece of DLC.
Sorry, it's hard to hear over the gunplay.
They did a DLC pack where you could pay $12 and get every piece of DLC, so I probably wouldn't have bought the suits and the guns, but they were basically free with the cases when I did that pack purchase.
That's cool.
LAPD, hands up.
Victor Sanders.
You know this guy?
I should have known.
Of course I know Roy. Roy and I have had an arrangement for
Get
many
up.
years.
You're under arrest.
Am I?
We have a mountain of prima facie evidence, as well as the
You'd
testimony.
be surprised how things have a habit of sorting themselves out. Evidence disappearing. Witnesses that can't be found. Policemen that forget. The impossible becomes probable when you have a client list like mine.
Shut your mouth. Turn around and put your hands behind your back.
Working vice can be a thankless task, Phelps. But on behalf of the brass and the moms and dads and the concerned citizens, I'd like to commend you and your partner for smashing this dope ring. Reefer is almost as big a threat to the children of this city
That's
as
true.
What about Sanders, Lieutenant?
Leave Sanders to me, Phelps. The chief will be looking after that one personally.
He will be brought to trial.
Phelps, we are celebrating your success. Don't push your luck. Sanders is no longer your problem.
Well then.
I was expecting that little bit to come from Roy, not the captain himself.
I bet you that would have been 5 stars if I hadn't killed so many innocents.
He might have left more evidence than dope in the house, but you collected all the clues.
I don't know.
Ooh, is this a DLC cutscene?
Your platoon is what remains of recon. I'm folding you into the 22nd. You'll be going up that damned hill tonight.
We're intelligence gathering, sir.
I don't need intelligence, son. I need men who can hold rifles and kill Japs. Tonight, you're a rifle company. We've got cooks, mechanics, and stretcher bearers all going into the line. We aim to break them tonight, Lieutenant.
Yikes. Not a briefing I would want to hear.
Good to see you, Hank.
You too, Cole. How's your war?
Not quite what I expected.
As long as I live, I will never get over that sound.
Hey, who's that medic? He'll be killed going out there.
It's Sheldon, the guy from the Osakawa Bridge. That guy's got no fear.
He didn't make it.
I didn't go out there to save him.
What are you saying, man?
I went out there to put him out of his misery, to ease his pain. Do you have a problem with that?
Murder, Corman.
That's war, Lieutenant. Smell the stench. Feel the whore's breath on your neck.
You need help, man.
Call for me tonight, Lieutenant. When you're up on that hill. I've been up there 3 times already. The circles of hell have nothing on Sugarloaf Hill.
Get this madman out of my sight!
Case ends here.
So that cutscene was not in the main game, or did it get pushed to after this one instead of after the Black Caesar?
I think that was not in the game. It wasn't a cutscene that I remember.
Cool.
Just some more character development.
Yeah, no, that was really important character development, actually. That's way more insight into Courtney than we've gotten from any of his scenes thus far.
So yeah, cool case.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorites so far, actually. I liked it.
That was really, really well done. My only surprise is that it wasn't Roy in the final showdown telling Cole to let him go, basically. That he let Cole cuff him and let the captain brush it under the rug. Also, we're not supposed to know who that guy is ourselves, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, good case.
Cool. Well, the next case is pretty memorable too. The next case, I don't know if I would say it's one of my favorites, but it's one of the ones that I remember when I reflect on the game. So it should be a good ride for us.
All right. Sounds good.
Awesome.